Mikey Sharp, joined by
Stefan Marshall.
and this is the 401. So let me tell you a bit about the viewers what we're going to do. So in recent weeks, we've been following the white collar boxing, and we're joined today by 3 competitors.
Which are
Dean Howard,
Gareth Langford,
Ryan B. Brawler Brown.
and later in the programme we're joined by
Jessica Kinnear,
and
Joanne Smith.
we're here to obviously discuss mental health and wellness, community project charity and the importance of the cause, no doubt.
So let's go straight into it, guys. Right. So last night we came to the weigh-in, your opponents were picked. So we just want to ask you a little bit about your opponents and how you feel about fighting. You know, you're anxious, nervous.
Chris. Yeah, not really. Like I always think about it. There's so much going on in the world at the minute. Like all the stuff that's going on. It's only a fight. It's like I'm not really bothered about a fight there. So it's I'm not bothered about the opponent because of all the stuff that's going on. And it's just like I always get in that mindset where it's just there's bigger problems in the world going on, so let's just go out and do your best with it. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of everything.
Fair point. Same question to you, D.
For me, it's just all fun. I wanted to, obviously my background, football, I wanted to do something that was an individual discipline. So I love fighting. I used to watch all the films, Van Damme, so you know.
Oh, I used to love Van Damme. Everyone loves a bit of Van Damme, don't they?
Dance.
Kickboxing,
blood sport.
yeah, blood sport, all these. So yeah, it's just opportunities to go out there and experience it and be a boxer. Because I've got friends that we sponsor through the business that are professional boxers. So to be an athlete and to live through their, you know, vision for a night is going to be awesome. So
Ryan Brown, who are you fighting?
I don't actually know the lad's name.
Don't need to know, do you?
It was Joe. Dean was on cue, like we were late in there last night, so literally I've got in there, we walked into the loco. He's gone in the red corner, right round, so I literally just walked in, I was like all flustered.
But you did look, actually the bet, I think obviously we were there for the start of the matchup.
Yeah, it was
And I think to be fair, your matchup was the best because you just came in.
Yeah, the way you walked in.
The way you walked in and the way you just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what I've got.
Yeah, that's echo what Gareth said really, you know, there's bigger things than my fight going on in the world, so I'm just looking forward to it, trained hard. As Dean said, I'm a big boxing fan and I've kind of flirted with doing the white collar over like a few years really. My brother did it, so I thought at 41, time's passing on, so I need to
We're
crack on really.
getting on, aren't we?
Kev broke us in, didn't he really?
yeah.
Left
Yeah,
tonight.
it's just Kev kind of egged us on to do it. We've signed up and we've put everything in really. We've trained nothing but boxing. You know, we've been to most of the sessions. You know, done all of that. So
I think that's what it's been good. It's like, you know, our sort of background. We've always been into sport, whatever it is.
100%.
I think it's just good to test yourself doing other things. So like Dean said, it's an individual sport. We've always played team sports. So it's just different when you're only relying on yourself. So if you don't put the work in, it will show. If you don't train hard, if you don't live right, that thing it's going to show on the night when you're struggling. So I think it is good just to test yourself and see what you're capable of, because there's going to be a lot of emotions on the day. You know, there's a lot going on. You've got to do a ring walk. You've got to all your friends are there, family are coming, and that. So yeah, I think it will be good test your character.
Obviously that's the thing as well, because obviously we were speaking to Nera Bryan and he was saying there's one thing saying you're going to fight, but then obviously when you're in the training you've got only 8 weeks as well for you guys to obviously train, and then it's the weigh-in, and that's daunting as well to face your opponent, and we're not used to that. Clearly we're not used to that.
Yeah, it was a bit strange yesterday, you know, like doing the actual square on.
Yeah, I'd have been like,
you know, when you're in each other's space, it's like,
It's real, isn't it? It's when it becomes real, doesn't it?
it's been hard because they keep your opponent from you, so they keep you guessing, don't they?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now you've seen your
So
your
we've been
opponent.
speculating, and the lad I'm actually fighting's been training over at Swad. So
we didn't
it's a bit,
okay.
yeah, it's a bit of an unknown kind of quantity.
So you haven't seen him then, have you? You haven't seen him.
I've actually sparred him.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they come down for 1 week.
Oh,
Was
did
it
they?
1 week, 2
2
weeks,
weeks,
2
yeah.
weeks? So, yeah, they come down for 2 weeks, and we got to spar with the squad lads.
Oh, I see. So you sparred with him once already?
Yeah.
How did that go? How did that go?
Everyone has, to be fair.
That'd be interesting, though,
We've
they
all- We've all sparred our opponents, but yeah, to be fair, I had a bad spar round against him, so
Bad in what way?
hopefully it gives him a bit of confidence.
He'll be going in confident, won't he?
Yeah, he's
He'll be
going
in
confident.
second and all that.
That'll probably be downfall though.
Yeah,
Facts.
this is it.
Yeah, I don't think you can read too much into a lot of the sparring because
Yeah.
I think
Like you said, yeah. Some
people
are holding back.
People hold back. People try new things. People work on different. So like you might go in there thinking, right, I'm going to work on defensive, so I'm going to let him come onto me. And then it looks like you're taking a lot of punishment, or you're trying to move, not really attacking, but it's just trying new things, and I think that's what sparring's for, really.
So let's go back to your backgrounds, because like you did say, obviously you've not been involved with sports and played good football at a good level between yourselves. How does it compare? Like the training, how does it compare? So like you say, because you're relying on yourself, aren't you? You're not relying on 10 other men.
Yeah, so on that standpoint, it's all down on you, right? Because like you haven't got 10 other players to back you if you mess up. So that's why I personally wanted to do it. I want to put myself in that individual situation where it's just all about me.
Yeah.
So like no one can let me down. It's all about me, and then like all the pressure's on me, all eyes on me.
All eyes on you, yeah.
Yeah, all eyes
All
on me.
eyes.
So how
Yeah,
easy?
so-
Go on,
sorry.
sorry. How easier is it then for all you guys?
It's-
Because obviously you're growing up together. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's one of you fighting and
It's
the
like-
other two supporting, you know, like you've all been best friends since day one,
I think so.
and you're all fighting together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That helps.
So you've
I
trained
was
together,
gonna
right?
say,
We've
Yeah.
all trained together.
Yeah.
We can all go through. We've all sparred each other, so we've all put ourselves through
To
it.
be for a lot, innit? Obviously.
Yeah, so it's like it's been a nice experience to do it all together.
I think it'll make it better on Saturday as well, having us all there, like
Yeah.
Super Kev as well, before it was there.
Mhm.
Rather than sitting, because you've got to be there from about 4 o'clock, and you might not fight till like 9, 10 o'clock.
It's a long time
So
to
it's
wait,
a long
isn't it?
time to be just sitting there on your own, thinking about a fight.
Yeah.
So I think you can share that emotion with each other and
Yeah.
go through the day. So I think that will actually help and benefit us having each other there.
So you don't know what time you're fighting, obviously,
No, we don't find out till about 7 o'clock. Was that?
7 o'clock.
on the day. Clearly.
Yeah, because I think what they'll do is they'll say, right, the first 3 fights are these 3.
Yeah.
Go and get ready. Next 3, these 3, because I don't want people letting the friends know what time you come in, so people don't turn up until later on or leave early. So I think they're going to stagger it where everyone is.
We want to sell as much beer as they
I
can.
think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Keep
that's
everyone.
I've heard it's about £5 Fosters there for a can. So we're taking a round in.
That bad.
yeah, boxing's tough. It's it's a tough sport.
Hardest training, they
It's
say.
different. It's different to other sports because it's like obviously in a small ring and like I say it's just you.
I don't think
it's
people
just you.
realise that 3
And
minutes
the
can be a
movements
lifetime.
and just the it's fast twitch.
Yeah.
It's short and explosive.
I think.
So-
You've got, sorry,
No,
Karen.
go on.
I was just saying, you've got, when you're boxing, you've got like 10 different things to think about.
Mhm.
You know, your gas
Yeah.
tank, what they're doing, where you're moving, throwing punches, avoiding punches. You know, when you get hit, you know, you've got to kind of react to that. So that's what I found really intriguing with it, really.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's like any sport, there's levels to it. So we've done 8 weeks. So
It's
we're complete novices, you know, we've never done any kind of boxing. So, you know, we've prepared ourselves to a degree, but, you know, if you want to get really good at something, you've got to give it longer, really.
Do you think you guys will be doing this again? Or is
I
that
was about to
suit?
I'll let you know.
They know Saturday about 10 o'clock.
If I want to know, I'm coming back.
Perfect record, yeah.
0-1.
I've enjoyed the training, so if you'd asked me now, I'd say yes because I've enjoyed up to this
Yeah,
period.
that's the thing as well. Because all
So-
you was that.
Well, yeah,
all you
I've
take-
just heard like everyone says it's just an amazing experience.
Yeah.
So
and it has been. Is 8 weeks long enough, or would you like a little bit
I
longer?
feel-
Maybe 10
You know
or
what? You know
12?
when you first couple of weeks, you're like, God, I ain't gonna be ready in 8 weeks. But I do feel more ready now.
You
You
feel
know, like,
ready?
after you sparred for a few weeks and you do pick it up. It's not like you're going to be top boxers, but we are picking bits up where it's like I don't feel as when I first got in the ring when we were sparring, even just warming up in there, it feels alien to you. You know, you know, like I say, we've always grown up playing football, and you know how to receive a ball. You know, because you got that muscle memory, but in the ring it just felt like weird. You know, where you're like, I don't know, it's like you feel clumsy, and that's definitely improved.
But I think because everyone's obviously starting at the same level, 8 weeks is fine because you know your components 8 weeks. So it's not like you find a pro where 8 weeks you need 24 weeks.
So I think the answer to your question is I know for these guys that it would be the case if you let yourself down or it's maybe too easy on the night, you may be prone to give it another go. But you know, if you have a good battle, do yourself kind of proud. I think definitely with me, that'll be me done.
I think a lot of yourself proud.
Speak for yourself, mate.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying getting it around the head. It's getting headaches and that when you're going home from training. Yeah, I get it too much.
Yeah, because with the training, it's like we did football for a long time, and if you train hard at football, it's still hard. You know, like it's a hard session. You know, you've had a hard session. Some of the fitness sessions.
You still make individual tasks, don't you?
But I mean, like it can be hard training. So when we've done cycling the last few years, when you're gearing up to go away and cycling the Alps, the training camp part of it is tough. What I found with the boxing is it's tough, but when you spar, it's like adrenaline gets pumped up when you. So it's a different sort of. It's like you're on edge, you know.
Feeling.
Yeah. So it is.
Not
Training's
used to
hard.
that.
Well, training's hard in all disciplines.
Yeah,
You do different
yeah.
sports, but boxing seems a bit of a tougher. Like, you know, when you're getting hit around the head, and then after you sore and you go home, you like got a bit of headache, and so it is a tough. You can see it's a warrior sport, really.
So on the night, you've got to really prepare yourself like your blood pressure and your hydration and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they're doing that. They do give us the medical. So
on the day.
Yeah. So like, because we have to go a bit earlier, like 4 o'clock. They did say you've got to come and have the medical, and you've got to pass your medical to be fine and fit.
Okay.
So
what do you know about your medical? What do you have to go
I'd
through?
imagine it's like blood pressure, heart rate, blood pressure, maybe like in your eyes. Stuff, I don't know.
Because obviously we spoke to Nev a couple of days ago, and he said
there is dangers in the sport, and obviously we know the sport's a dangerous sport anyway. So.
No, but he said a couple of occasions where they've had the weigh-in and whatnot, and then they've had the test on the day, and some guys' blood pressure is just way above, so they've had to like pretty much pull them out. Do you know what I mean? And then the fighters are like, no, I'm ready, but it's like, no, you're not.
I think in the weekend, you should be fine because people are not, cutting weight and stuff. So I don't think people should be putting themselves through that kind of stress. Really, it's just gonna be nervous energy. I think.
Which can raise your blood pressure. So you have that sort of white coat syndrome where you're nervous about something and it makes your blood pressure higher than normal.
So I know you guys are pretty off anyway. So have you done anything different like with your diet or anything like that since you've been in the training? Have you just carried on the way where you?
These guys are diets.
I know you diets anyway.
I me personally, I haven't changed one thing.
No one thing, no.
Not one thing. It's exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Yeah.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, I've refrained. I've not had a drink through the whole thing.
Right. Okay.
Like things like coffee, like stimulants, and that's about it really. And my diet's pretty good, but yeah, I've just tried to live a healthier lifestyle than maybe I did previously. I'm prone to eating a bit of crap now and then, so I've just got that out.
So are you going to carry on with that lifestyle?
No.
No.
I mean,
Probably not. I live well anyway.
I think we'll all have a drink Saturday.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I can't remember last time I drank. I think it's like August. I had a little drink.
I know because you've been your birthday recently. Did you have one on your birthday? No.
No, I did drink a lot years ago. Like, I used to like to drink, but I try and avoid it. I like it at the time, but my body don't like it anymore. So I do just try and stay away from it.
Yeah,
I think just because the adrenaline will be so high Saturday, I think it'd be good to have a drink just to bring all that down.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I remember also we play football, obviously for Gresley, and they said, "Oh, you can't drink before the game." But I remember the night before we went for a dinner. No, but all the team, all the old team, and they said it's good sometimes to just have one drink.
Yeah, of course.
One drink.
Just to get rid of
You know
it.
what I mean? Just to get rid of that.
It was,
You know what I mean? That's the first time I ever did it.
Yeah,
And I felt good the next day.
Say, like, you know, like if you had a drink on the night before a fight and it give you a better sleep and you're more rested from it.
It's going to be mind all over the
yeah,
place, isn't
it
it?
calms your mind down. So I would say it would have benefit.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to on Saturday more than anything is the whole town coming together after this crap year.
Crap 2 years, been crap 2 years.
Yeah, look, and I think there's going to be a lot of people out, and it's going to be a real good celebration. You know, at the boxing, there's going to be a lot of us together, and then obviously we'll be out in town. There'll be a lot of people out. 'Cause it's the week before Christmas.
We're going to town, yeah. We're all going to town. We're all going to town, yeah.
There's an after party. There's a lot going so yeah, we're going to be out.
If we're allowed in.
Yeah, and it's just going to be good for everyone.
We've got a fake passport
allowed
from
in.
here.
And pretty much
You've got a
point.
test, haven't you? You've got a test.
What for
Yeah,
the
that's what that's nice.
Yeah. For the
Yeah,
local,
okay.
yeah, for the
Yeah,
local,
yeah.
they're saying no test.
15 onwards.
It's a lateral one, yeah.
But they're saying only after 9:30, so I think without being too political, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
COVID
So you
comes
see,
out
yeah.
after 9:30.
It's like it when you have to go around your one way.
Yeah.
COVID only knows one way, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah. Don't back into that space. You've got to go forward. Right. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
about 9:30.
Yeah. Locks off at 9:30. It's Father Christmas, isn't it? So we leave a mince pie and fucking. Oh, sorry. Leave a mince pie and brandy out for it this season, then, yeah. This year.
And then pretty much last thing, guys. So obviously you guys got girlfriends, families, and whatnot. So how are they feeling about this? Because I think if I had Mrs. Whatnot and I was like unboxing, she'd be like, "No, you're not."
You've got bears.
Could you? No.
I think we're all.
If you do, you're not. I'm going.
We're all quite stubborn.
So what are
like
they
sort
like?
of strong-minded people where
And the
like
kids, yeah, of course.
yeah, I think if we decide we want to do something, we'll just do it, and they'll just support anyway.
Family going to be there?
More friends and family are coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
Wives
like
are there,
family, innit? Yeah. So
Wife's there.
Yeah.
My wife's just, she's nervous. She's probably been more nervous than me, to be fair.
Really?
I bet I'll hear her up in the ring.
And that's a beautiful thing as well.
come on,
Yeah. You're going to do it!
Very likes boxing.
Yeah, she's been supportive, yeah, she's sound.
You ain't gonna wear anyone over my mum's voice.
I know.
I tell you that.
She's gonna do, yeah.
She's gonna be high
Yeah. With a Mary, yeah.
Obviously, she got a table as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a table.
She's there.
Oh, bless. So,
So obviously, you're doing it for charity as well.
Yeah.
You like to.
Yeah,
tell a bit about the charity, guys.
Traditionally, that the ultra white collar wants you to do it with cancer research. Now, I've got my own opinions on cancer research, and I feel supporting a local charity that's where the money is actually going to be used to help local people was a more beneficial charity for us to choose. So we chose that, and we thought it was a better charity to get behind. With the last couple of years, what's gone on, I think mental health suffered with everyone. You know, even the strongest person has suffered. So I think it seemed the right thing to do, and we all sort of agreed on supporting that charity, which is Tilly's Voice, which we've got the girls here who are running that.
So on that point, can we talk to Jess and Joe about Tilly's Voice, because they've set up a foundation, and we like to hear a lot about it.
And then clearly, obviously, the founders, and obviously to raise awareness of mental health.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, so could you tell us a little bit about obviously the charity that you're obviously supporting, as well as obviously doing it for the community as well?
Yeah. So we set up Tilly's Voice in remembrance of Natalie Coleman, who sadly lost her battle with mental health. We felt that there is a gap within services where it takes a while for people to be seen. So we decided we want to try and support other services by putting this project on where people can come and see us on a weekly basis, where they can just walk in and access us. And in that process, we'll be doing like wellbeing activities as well with them. So if someone comes to us and you know they know nothing about getting any support or anything, then we'll be there to guide them and support them. So we'll put the referrals in for them. If it was that day they were presenting in a crisis, then we'd work with them. We'd put calls into the relevant people.
Okay.
So we have literally just started with this idea of we needed to do more. We both work supporting people. I spent the last 5 years working with people in addiction and mental health previously. Jo works in a holistic way of how she supports her clients. And we wanted to join together. So we want to give, you know, your everyday, your referrals, your counselling and everything, but we wanted to bring Jo in with her strong passion of all the things that she does to help people.
So when did you guys actually meet then? Or was she headhunted, or like you said?
The girl here.
Yeah, it's this one. It's this little one, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's
Caitlin's dad's my cousin.
yeah.
So I've known Jo.
That's a connection.
Yeah, a long
So,
time.
family.
Yeah.
I see.
So for us to come together, you know, this means everything to me, and it means everything to Jo, and I trust Jo with my life. So for us to work together and share our passion and be able to put a programme on and deliver it to other people, it's really special. You know, me and Jo can sit there and like throw ideas out to each other, like we want to do this, and we actually understand each other.
Yeah.
When we say like there's a need for this, we understand each other. So it's really good to have someone on that level where we can build something together. So we've started, and you know, we said we were just going to do this in the community, and now we're looking at developing a youth service.
No, it's
brilliant.
everything.
Yeah.
So it's just expanded all the time then.
Yeah.
So obviously, Jo, you're looking to do this first, then obviously cover this, and then clearly, alongside that, do
A youth service, as well as, because obviously with my daughter, she's 15, and I've got a son of like 22. So I know like the sort of complications and stuff that you've got going on with their mental health, and you know, at school and friends, and you know, so we talk about things, don't we, quite open.
Or she yells at you things.
We've got quite a good relationship, really.
No,
haven't we?
yeah, obviously you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I was joking.
so it'll be nice for, obviously, because I've got Caitlin as well, so she can bring the ideas, because she's full of great ideas. And
Well,
It's that little support.
it's crazy because when we were growing up, we had the outdoors, didn't we? And now it's all changed, isn't it? And this day and age now, kids are really struggling because it's with the social media, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it has its disadvantages and advantages. But these days, a lot of kids are struggling, aren't they?
yeah.
Because like you said, we didn't have nothing like that. We didn't have no mobile phones, nothing like that. We used to go knock at people's houses and just like
Knock a door on.
Yeah.
we just see where they were, wouldn't we? Do you know what I mean? And we just meet up. But now it's just like
Well, I think
Everyone
it's-
knew everyone.
it's just a
We
different
spoke about it like
Yeah.
back in our day. It wasn't a thing.
You know, it wasn't a thing. It was never a
It
thing.
wasn't a thing.
No, we never heard about it, did we? It was nothing. We never,
Wasn't a thing,
we
that's
never
all.
heard about it at
Like,
all.
I personally never suffered from it. I don't think.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
We
So-
just lived, didn't we? We just
yeah,
lived.
it's just different. So it's like it's interesting how it's.
It's strange as well, because I think
Yeah.
people have more things now
Yeah.
than what we did as well.
There's more pressure, isn't there?
But there seems to be a different pressure on them. Like everyone, you know, when we were growing up, no one had anything, did they?
No,
you know, like you just
no.
went out, you hung on the streets,
Yeah.
you walked to your mate's house, you go and play football, you play football in the street or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But there wasn't all these like consoles and digital stuff and that
Social
stuff,
media and stuff
and
like that.
social
Yeah.
media and that. So I think there's just different pressures that they're under.
I think it's about communicating, because they're communicating over the internet and everything, but you're not getting that face to face.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really important. So that's what I want to sort of like bring back, because I don't think you get it through that, even though there's like FaceTime and whatever else they do. You know,
I think it's a really good point, and it's important because, like, if you look at the current situation we're in, it's almost like we're being
pushing that.
Yeah.
to be isolated,
Yeah.
and I think that's going to drive things. Even I think we need to get back, you know, a bit more localised and more community feel to like, your areas.
Definitely, yeah.
Whereas
Good-
at the minute,
bit
you
more
know, you've
comes
got all
together,
the
innit?
friends who like live the other side of the world because you met them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or
And not
Instagram.
really
Never
friends, are
really-
they? Not really friends, are they?
Not
They're
really
just-
friends. It's
Yeah,
just,
not really friends.
you need to like bring that. Humans are supposed to connect with each
Mm.
other.
Yeah.
And,
But
Yeah,
it's
it's
obviously
very
see
important.
from obviously our point of view, but for the youth of today, they don't see this
They
and
don't
they'll,
see it,
no.
they haven't
Because they've not experienced it, have they?
Yeah,
They've not
exactly.
experienced it, have they?
you have
Exactly.
noticed, like you say, like
So how do we like
it's,
just
well, like take our town for instance. What is there for kids to do in our town?
yeah, that's what we've got to do. We've got to ask them what they want and
What can you do in our
like.
town as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no community centres. There's
Well,
no,
we had
It's
space
like
when we was
youth
young.
clubs,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about
There's
youth
no
clubs.
bowling
no
alley.
youth
There's no.
clubs.
Yeah, we had space when we
What did we
was
say?
young.
We spoke about what space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
I
back
I mean,
in the
brilliant
day.
space was it?
And that was
God.
Stafford.
Stafford, yeah.
What
Yes,
police
yes.
service was he?
Well, it's not NYPD.
We wish. Oh, we don't wish.
You know, you guys are speaking about that.
Yeah.
It's left a memory imprint on you.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they've not got that.
Yeah.
We'll never have that in
Like
10,
you,
15
when
years' time.
kids, you value those things.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the kids now, they're
Precious.
not going to get older and go, "Do you remember when we were
Yeah.
talking
I know,
about this?"
I know.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, if you're offering youth services,
Mm.
it's going to add value to the town,
Yeah.
and like
yeah.
everybody's got to get behind it, like, and make it a big thing. And like, it's like, you know, we're a unique generation because we've lived pre-internet and we're lived in now, so we know, and we're going to be the last, so we know the value of
The last
the
breed,
old
yeah.
way, and we've got to show the kids. You know, if you take your kids to football or dance or whatever you do it because that's what our parents did.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you kind of make them connections, you know, bonding with other kids, and that's the value of life, really.
That's just a question to Kate then.
Sure.
What do you think? Because you're a teenager coming up, so what are your views then?
I think that, like you're saying, social media is a big thing because the generation I grew up in, we grew up with it,
Yeah.
like in the boom of it when nothing was really censored and nothing was really like checked because no one really knew what everything was about. So they didn't really know the disadvantages of it. So like parents would just let their kids go on social media and be like exposed to all of these things and they didn't really know what was going on. So that's a good point. Yeah, it's a bit
Massive
of a
Massive point.
it just feels like a big disconnect
Yeah.
from like real life and social media, and now you've got to be someone else on social media than you are in real life. So it's
Yeah.
just
So
really
yeah.
hard.
So you're saying you're acting a bit fake on social media to the person that you are in real life. So
Or you
yeah.
can act a different way, I
Yeah.
suppose. So you can be, so you do put like
Perception or
Yeah.
image, certain, yeah.
when
Sort
you're
of field.
online then to
I think most people do. It's kind of expected because you try and
well,
put
I
out
suppose,
the
yeah.
like the
Oh,
best
I'm
version
great
of
and-
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a brand new Range Rover,
Yeah.
but I'll put it on fire.
I've got 500. I've got 500 likes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's what we love. That's what we love, don't we? We love likes, don't we? Why do we
best
love?
life, isn't
Why
it?
do we love likes?
It's always showing the highlights.
Even like the
That's
olders, even like
brilliant.
us olders,
Right.
because we fought for it.
It's gone down.
Yeah, so we obviously fought for it, don't we? The likes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that,
Do you know
it's
what I
that human adulation, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
well,
recognition
yeah, yeah.
that kind of social media feeds into. You know,
The thing is, you're never going to get. We're not going to get rid of it.
No.
I think you've got
It's
to
here to
use,
stay, innit?
try and use it for the benefits and what you can get from it. You know, there is still benefits to it, and there is the internet has brought a lot to the world. So I think it's learning to just have a balance with it and getting local stuff going on and more community-led
Exactly, that's what
things,
it's all about.
sporting things. Like, to be fair, there's still a lot of sport stuff happens, and I think that's we met each other through sport, really, haven't we? And you
But that
build good
bond, that bond.
the bonds that you build
throughout.
with people in stuff that you enjoy doing seem strong bonds. So like if you're into something and you meet the people who are into it as well, you seem to have a longer friendship
Yeah.
and a shared interest.
So we've just basically got to come together, haven't we? And just
Yeah.
like
I think what's not spoken about is social media is addictive, and phones in
Is it?
general are
Is it?
addictive.
We're all victims to that.
We're all
For
victims.
kids, it stimulates you. So on a biochemical level, when you get a like or you get recognition on social, or you play a game, you get a hit of dopamine in the brain that you can't. Kids don't want to replace it with going out, and that's what you're seeing now. Kind of nothing really replaces that. So,
Yeah, but would you say as well? Would you say these times as well? Because a lot's going on, like with crime, with knife crime and stuff like that. It's a bit more worrying. That I mean, I've got a 17-year-old son that goes out quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I worry to death. Do you know what I mean? Of course, like what's going on. Because like, back in our day, like you said, we have a bit of trouble, we have a bit of fisting. Of course, the next day we're friends, aren't we? But today it's just you look at it's pulling the wrong way, and it's like
Probably no
I don't know
tomorrow,
why-
is there?
I don't know why that is. Like why? Because if you went back to like 20, 30 years ago when we were growing up, you were like trouble causers. If you did get in fights and doing that, oh, he's a wrong in here.
Yeah.
But you look back and think actually, you had a disagreement, you had a little fight.
yeah.
You probably make up after anyway, and you move on in it.
You
No
move
one
on,
dies.
but
No
now
one
it's-
like.
yeah.
Whereas now it seems like it's just easier to carry a knife, even though both lives get ruined.
Yeah,
It's
like
just-
both lives, both families, everything.
I think
like,
we've
just
got
like that as well.
Yeah,
It's
just
so,
getting
to it's getting them kids together, and educating them.
Smashing their heads
which
together,
actually,
isn't it, as well.
really,
which
yeah.
actually brings it. Like it actually brings it to boxing away. In boxing, because if
It's an
more
escape,
people
isn't it?
went down to like the boxing
Mhm.
clubs and started taking part in that, you don't learn to beat each other up.
Channel
you learn
it.
Discipline,
Yeah, channel
that
it.
togetherness. You win
Yeah.
together, you lose together. That's what I think
and
is
it-
so
it's
beautiful
not
for
about,
kids.
and you'll find most boxers who go through the training through boxing don't go out and fight on the streets.
I was going to stop you, and I really wish Kev was here right now to talk about when he worked with the vulnerable kids, and he used to take them to boxing, and it was really good at the routine, and it gave them something to get up for,
Yeah.
and
They were loving it.
it was
They're
absolutely
not very used to that.
fantastic.
Plus,
The
you will get
confidence
your
that
aggression
was-
out as
Yeah,
well, like,
you
without
channel
being
your
aggressive.
anger. You channel your anger, don't you? Into something
In a
positive.
positive way,
yeah.
And the thing is, it wears them out as well.
Mm.
You think if it does teach discipline,
Yeah.
discipline, control,
Yeah.
respect for others. That's what boxing is.
Yeah.
It's not. It's combat.
It's one-dimensional, yeah.
You're not trying to hurt people.
Yeah, because you'll see on Saturday night after every single fight, the fighters will probably hug each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And there'll be a mutual respect. And
Well,
it'll
you
be
see,
like,
you see it all the time with the trash talk, don't you?
Yeah.
The trash talk,
Trash
and,
talk all
then, and then at the end of it, the best. Well, we know anyway. We all know anyway. Look at the wars that you've had on the pitch with people that you play
Yeah.
football with, or
And it's a
swearing
war
up
on
to
the
it.
pitch.
And so at the end of it, we just. You shake their hand, don't you? All the time.
Before you're ready to
Yeah,
go.
you're ready to,
Yeah.
you know
It's
what
the
I mean?
zone,
And
it's
then
the
you
zone.
know, you're in the bar next thing, you're having a chat with them and having a joke with them. So it is what it is, isn't it? So
And that's a positive way of having aggression within your sport or whatever you're doing, isn't
Mhm.
it?
Control aggression, isn't it?
It's not affecting people's lives for years to come. It's just for that moment you can use your physical attributes and try and use that aggression in a positive way. And if you win, you win. You lose, you lose, and then you go and shake hands after.
So then, last but not least, obviously, I know you guys are obviously doing sport as well for the youth. Come what next year, February, March?
No, we said we
I'm
want
not
Oh.
doing sports.
We all can do sports.
No.
Yes, we can.
We
So your shorts on, Steph, get your
Yes,
shorts on.
we all can. We
We
all
haven't
can.
Get your
got-
pads out.
We haven't got our youth service set up yet. So come
But
January.
we all can help. We all can help with this.
Come January, it's the adult service. What
Yeah.
you got to remember is we're new still, so we're growing with it. So we need to ensure that we hit our targets and make sure that the foundation is set before we put too much on us. Because we want it to work.
But we will help you out as well
Yeah.
if we can. Anyway, we
Yeah, I
can.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. We
Oh,
will
that's
help you out.
amazing.
So I'm really looking forward because obviously
Yeah.
when you mentioned
Like we said, we're all pulled
football and
together.
stuff, obviously I've not played football since.
And it'd be really
Lamford.
good.
Follow me.
Since-
Since Lamford give me a right on a king. I've not played ever since.
Got like
Since the
10
Premier
kids.
winning
Or we just go and hire a five-a-side.
It'd be
and go
really
and-
good.
Yeah. It's an easy thing.
Do you
Yeah.
remember when we used to do
Community
the summer
centres.
sports over like Anglesey Rec?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was one that there was one over Shondell as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could go to it for like the whole of
Yeah.
6 weeks holidays
Yeah.
and it'd be really good
Yeah,
to get some people
something like that again.
involved to plan something for the summer.
Get some flyers ready, just
Yeah.
post them. Local communities, yeah, they'll be on that 100%.
Yeah.
Just before we wrap it up, I just want to ask you guys: is there any advice you can give people out there, young or old, about if they're struggling with mental health and how they can go around it and what they can do and how they can reach out to you? Is there anything that you can say to them?
Probably, especially, I don't know. Well, yeah, especially women, and then you cover the guys. Yeah, young lads. Yeah. So just I don't know.
Anyone in general, just anyone who's struggling with it.
Oh yeah, anybody really,
Yeah.
because you're not discriminating like men. Oh, wait.
No, because I'm
No, just
saying,
anyone in
obviously,
general. Just
you
anyone who's struggling in
think-
general.
cover your own kind of like.
Just take a
senses,
breath. Like when you're feeling stressed or worried or anything that's going on, take a minute and then think about reaching out for help. You know, we're not there to judge anybody. We're just there to guide and support them. We're not necessarily going to be able to fix their problems, but we're going to be able to let them get to a place where they can fix them for themselves, and that's what our job is. It's too easy to just sit and suffer on your own, and that's not going to help anyone, you know. And we just generally care about people. That's our passion, and we just want to help people. And you know, since we started Tilly's Voice, we've had people come to us before we're even open that are struggling, and you know, and we're always like, well done, you know, you've done the first steps, you've reached out.
Well, what was the more majority? Was it more girls? What was that kind of age group?
It's
Was
quite
it
balanced,
Just
yeah,
quite balanced, yeah.
quite balanced, you know, and just don't suffer in silence. That's my main thing. Don't suffer in silence, and reach out to somebody that's close to you that you feel comfortable, and you know they could possibly ask for extra help, or you know, but we want it to be so, you know, everyone knows about us. Everyone knows that, you know, our Facebook Messenger is always open. We're there, we respond to messages. We're putting group sessions on, but we realise that's not going to be suitable for everyone, so
Yeah.
we're going to do
With like work or
one-to-ones, we'll do it, you know, and we'll just be there. And you know, we want to, you know, bring the community back together, because we couldn't do this without the support of everyone. So you guys were absolutely blessed, and you know, thankful that you're supporting in us and believing in us, that we want to help. And you know, I feel teary again.
Oh, bless you, bless you.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Emotional wreck I'm at times.
But yeah, just you know, speak out, and then let us do what you know we're trained to do.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't put in words what I do for someone, or I can't put in words what Joe does for someone. You know, when you come and work with us, then you realise we're real life people. We've had our battles ourselves. We've gone through life, and we're standing here tall and proud and giving back to the community, and that's what we're about.
That's big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spoke about ourselves, you know, about our boxing at the start, but yeah, the reason I'm doing it is for this charity.
Yeah.
You know, it's been good tonight to learn about it and fully back it 100%. And yeah, that's what I'll be fighting for on Saturday.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
And the reason why obviously I say that, and touching on this last point as well, because it's really important to me, is like obviously growing up, if I didn't have that togetherness of being in a team and being part of something, then I'd probably be locked up. I didn't even know where I'd be right now. I do not know 100% where I'd be right now. So 100%, I always take my hat off to you guys, because obviously you brought me with football and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? And because we all kind of like I don't know. We all kind of lost our way. If you like, when you're younger, do you know what I mean? You do a little bit of crime, or you're stealing this, that, and whatever. And sometimes you just need that direction. Yeah. And if you haven't got that, and if I didn't have that, 100% I don't know where I'd be now. So like, that's why I say with boys and girls, because I know for a fact what is needed for the young lads, but I'm not sure exactly for the young ladies.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Which is good for.
I think the biggest advice I could give would be focusing your mind.
Yeah.
So your mind will either be the best thing you've got or the worst enemy.
Yeah.
So if you can focus your mind on something positive, which might be joining a football team, it might be going down to the boxing club, it might be joining a dance group, whatever it is.
Just a hobby or distraction.
Find something you love doing.
Yeah.
Focus upon positive energy onto that, and you'll find that your negative side of you and the battles you have with your own head will improve.
Because you say you're in edge of the prison, don't
and
you?
surround yourself with people that you like being around.
It's important.
Yeah, positive people.
Yeah, 'cause
Positive people.
you sort of, I don't know, you've got to spend your life doing stuff you enjoy doing, and you'll find that you'll be a happier person.
But it's also we say surround yourself with positive people. We've got to help them people that are negative, because they're the ones that might be struggling with something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
got
I don't
to
want to reach out.
so
we've
what
got
I'm
to turn
saying
them
is,
around, don't we?
My
So
advice to that person who is thinking
Yeah.
negatively would be, right, what do I enjoy doing?
yeah,
Is there anything in my life I enjoy doing?
Yeah.
Would I want to try and do something new?
yeah,
What's around locally to try and do that, and put yourself out there and do it, and it might make me making it like a brave step of like going into somewhere on the unknown and that, but you'll soon get into it.
yeah.
and you'll soon-
Once you know, and I think for all of us now, especially doing this, I think that's our job now. That we need to help each other out and carry on, and let's get this positive thing out. And let's get people happy again, and let's get the community together. Like Brownie said, you're 100% passionate, and that's what you're fighting for. I know every person is. You're passionate about what you're doing. We're passionate about doing this. So everyone's passionate. So
It's about
Let's
making
move on.
yourself happy. Really.
Yeah.
And the positive energy,
You have to
connecting
do
that
it
positive.
yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody can really
And
do
what,
it
like
for
say
you,
for us, like,
so-
you probably found happiness in when you help other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually feel good about
Yeah.
yourself. So as humans, this is why you shouldn't be disconnected, because you actually, when you break it down, you enjoy helping other people.
That energy.
Yeah.
Positive energy. You can't mess with that.
Helping others.
well,
It's like the spirit of life.
Well, if
Yeah,
one
yeah,
if one life can touch one life, then that can touch another,
Yeah.
and that can
Yeah.
touch another, and that
Yeah.
can touch
It's
another, can't it?
infectious,
So
isn't
yeah,
it? Like,
Ripple effects.
yeah.
it's
So,
like-
Yeah.
We really thank you for joining us on the 401. It's been really uplifting and passionate.
Thank you guys. 100%. Thank you guys for being here.
Smashing that 401.
Cheers, guys.
You want to tell me what this is all about?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. They've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a local gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, that thing nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know.